What's up, my beautiful people? How are you all doing? I trust you're all doing good, and I'm also doing fantastic. Allow me to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time and you're coming across my videos, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maureen Nike, and I do very interesting vlogs. Feel welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button. It will help you to know whenever I get a chance to upload the video. You'll be the first one to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for always taking your time to come and watch my vlogs. You mean the world to me. Big up. And today I'm going to talk about my experience at the port of entry. Since I've gotten a request to talk about this, it is my pleasure to talk about this, my experience at the port of entry. So my port of entry was in Washington, D.C. That is where I first landed when I came to the US. So your port of entry will be the first place, where you're gonna land, your first destination when you land in the United States of America, where you booked the flight and landed. That is gonna be your port of entry. So before I traveled to the United States back then, I was, getting a lot of stories what happens at the port of entry, and some of the stories are not, they are kind of scary, all sorts of stories. So when it was my time to travel, I started thinking about this port of entry, where I hear you can be returned back, you can be deported back to your home country if things don't go well, So I was anxious. I was, thinking about how it's gonna be. What about if I make a mistake, just a mistake, like a simple mistake? So these things, all these fears kept on getting into my mind, just like, just a normal person. So it was something that I was researching a lot about. I was getting ready for it. It took a lot of my stress, and when you're doing the process already for travels, when you're applying for your travel papers or doing your files, it takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of psychological energy, physical energy, and as well as financial energy constraints. So this thing is it's a process that it's very and intense. So when you add on top the port of entry, like you haven't finished the process, it's something to think about. It can give you stress. And I'm here to share my experience, how it all went for me at the port of entry. So when I first landed, I landed at Washington, D.C., and that was my port of entry. So we landed around evening. So by that time, the immigration, because when you land, you get out the plane, you go straight to the immigration. So at the immigration, you go to the immigration process. That's why they're gonna check on your documents, the reasons, and everything. So that is your port of entry. So we went direct after landing to the immigration. There you find several queues, one for the visitors, one for the citizens, and of course, these are direct global entry. The global entry is where it's for the citizens, and there's this application that they've already did, so they don't need to be checked. They just go free. So you see them just walking by. Getting into their country at the comfort of their, at their own comfort. So that was good. And as visitors, we were in the same queue. So after, it was a very long queue, because at the evening many flights are getting in and many visitors are coming together, so the lines were long. So luckily, after a very long time, the guards or the security officers that guides people where to go came and started announcing that if you have a K1 visa type, you being needed to go line in a different place. So luckily I was one of the K1 visa holders, and we went to that lane. So that one wasn't that crazy because it was now not that very long now. So when my time came, I was called by the immigration. Of course, you go to the counter, and there the immigration officer requested for my travel documents and the medical docket. So if you're traveling with a K1 visa, you know very well that you're being given the medical report. They're going to send you the docket, the medical docket, plus the passport. And that docket you are not supposed to open, and it is written like, do not open. That one is meant for the immigration officer at the port of entry. So you carry it on your luggage bag, and you carry it on your carry-on bag, and you're going to present it at the port of entry. So after finishing with the officer at the immigration, the first counter, he gave me back my passport. He gave me back my passport and the docket, and told me to proceed to the next gate. There's a place where there's a lot of activities inside there. So I proceeded with my documents. When I reached there, there's of course a queue. You queue, and then you wait for your turn. So when it was my turn, now they have your name. So you get your name being called, and then you go to the counter. And then there's an officer, a medium-aged gentleman, called me, asked me the documents. I presented to him my passport, that is the travel passport, and the medical docket. That envelope that was given, I gave it to him. He opened the door, that parcel or the envelope, checked. I don't know what is inside. We were not supposed to check, He went through it quick, gave me, stamped my passport, gave me back my passport, and then he asked me, before he gave me back my passport, he asked me the reason of travel. And then I was direct to the answer. Since it was a K1, I was direct and told him that I came to get married to my fiancé. And then he proceeded and asked me, what is the address of your fiancé? Went ahead and stated the address of my fiancé. Also, he went ahead. The third question that he asked me was, were you able to carry food this time? I'm like, no. He asked me, were you able to carry food with you? And I said, no. Since, of course, I did not carry any food stuff. It was my first time, and you've heard all these horrible stories about the port of entry. Can you really even have the energy of carrying unnecessary? No. So I didn't carry anything, and I said, no, I did not carry anything. Direct, simple, short, and clear. And then he gave me back my passport and he told me that, welcome to the United States of America. Hope you enjoy yourself. And then that was it. So I'm like, I was like, has he finished with me? I'm like, in my mind, I was still like, I was still going for, I was waiting for something else. And then I went and asked, is that okay, sir? Is everything, that's it? And they said, yes, that is it. Welcome to United States of America. Hope you're gonna enjoy yourself. And that was it. So he gave me back my passport. Of course, they remained with their parcel that was meant for them. Gave me back my passport, and that was it. Proceeded where we had the luggage. There, there's sections, depend with which kind of flight you came with. So you'll go to that section and collect your luggage at the luggage section. So I went there, got my luggage, you were just waiting for me, took my luggage, proceed to the gates. When now you're leaving that place, now the gates open. They are kind of huge doors. Opens, and it is written, welcome to the United States of America. So there, now you are welcomed officially, and you're now going to start living your best life. you are in the land of honey and what? Honey and milk. So that was it, guys. It was very interesting. It was very interesting experience, and it doesn't, you don't need to think about it too much. Once you are able to get the visa at the embassy, that was the hardest. That was what I experienced. And at the port of entry, you were given an opportunity, and you had this chance and came. There's nothing I saw that was very stressful at the port of entry. I'm not sure if it is different from state to state or whatever. I'm not sure about it, but what I experienced, me personally, it was very smooth, and I was asking myself, why was I stressing myself all this time? So I want to tell you that it's not worth your stress. As long as your things are in order, you got that visa, it is your time. It is your time, and it's gonna be okay. So you don't need to worry about anything, you know. And that is how my experience was. I trust everything is going to go well for you, for your friend, for your family, for everybody that you know out there. Thank you very much, and I hope you got something out of this video. Let me know in the comment section, how was your experience if you're already in the United States? How was your experience at the port of entry? It will be so important to let our people know how things are at the port of entry. Maybe my port of entry was different from your port of entry. Let us know in the comment section, and also let's connect again on our next video. Thank you, and if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button to let you know anytime I get a chance to upload a video. You'll be the first one to be notified. Thank you. Without wasting time, let me leave you and see you again on next video. Bye bye.